Morning, guys. Beautiful day here in Malaysia. I'm doing what I do every day. I'm going to work. Traffic seems to be busy but moving. Today's travel nightmare story. Not really a nightmare, not for me anyway. It was more funny for me. I was working in Wales. It was in the winter time. 2007. Now in the UK, snow is very rare, especially in Wales. I think it snows like once a year. So one day it started to snow in the morning, and we were at work, and it was just enough snow, big heavy big heavy flakes, stuff sticks to the ground, but it's not going to be there long. Good for making snowballs or a snowman. So it's just enough to cover the ground, and we're heading back to the office at the end of the day. And the local guy that's working with me, he's freaking out because he's sure we're going to die in this big snowstorm. I'm just driving along normal. It's not a big deal, It would be a beautiful day in Canada in the wintertime. Just a little snow on the ground. What's the big deal? And as soon as we get to the main paved road, I'm thinking this young kid's gonna have a heart attack because he's so freaked out, thinking we're gonna die. As soon as we get to the main road, there's cars everywhere, parked on the sides of the road, off in the farmers' fields. Those little tiny cars they have there with the wheelbarrow tires. They don't do much don't do very well in the snow. I'm in a 4x4 pickup truck. I don't even notice that there's snow on the road, It wasn't a big deal. But these little cars, they couldn't move at all. And there's people, literally, almost everybody, just parked the cars on the side of the road and walked them. There's people walking everywhere. I never forget this one guy walking down the road with a guitar over his shoulder. I don't know where he came from or where he was going, but he was walking home. Him and his guitar. So we get back to the office and listening to the news on the radio as we go. First we hear the airport in Cardiff is closed due to snow. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Obviously they don't have snow plows at the airport, because you could have cleaned the runway off in minutes. And there wasn't any more snow coming. It only rained snowed for 2 or 3 hours. They closed the airport until the next day, so at least 24 hours. By the time I got home that night, the roads were dry. It was all gone. It was only there on the ground for a few hours. Closed the airport till the next day. The train, some of them didn't even start for 2 days. The entire railway system was down due to snow. Like, there was no way there was enough snow to stop a train. It just freaked everyone out so much. I thought that was pretty funny, but a nightmare for all the commuters. People couldn't get home at all that first night. And 2 days later, there's still cars parked on the sides of the roads, out in the highways, or whatever they call them, motorways. People still hadn't come back to pick up their cars. They could have come back and picked them up that afternoon, because the roads were clean. The snow melted right away. But yeah, they had no idea what to do when the snow started to fall. It just freaked them right out. I thought that was hilarious. And it was a nightmare. Just not for me. This guy's going slow. Thank you, sir. Okay, guys, so that's it. Beautiful day like this, and I'm thinking about snow. Something's not right about that. Alright, guys, talk to you later.